Hi, folks. Welcome to another grammar point that we're going to do today. Today, I want to talk about the present perfect, and it does take a while. The present perfect. What is the present perfect? People hate the present perfect. Teachers hate teaching it. Students hate learning it. But I want to kind of make it easy. I want to try to make the present perfect a little easier for everybody. There's a reason why we use the present perfect. I think that's the most important thing, is that I'm going to show you not how or why we use the present perfect, but when we use the present perfect. And then you don't need to know why or how. You just need to know that every time this situation happens, you just use the present perfect and everything will be okay. All right. What does that mean? Well, I will explain. Let me tell you a story. You may not know this about me, but my family is originally from Holland, from the Netherlands, les Pays-Bas. And when I go to visit Holland, I always eat the very special food that they have in Holland. Let me demonstrate with a sentence here. So look at this sentence. In Holland, they eat raw fish called herring. Okay, so raw fish, du poisson cru. They eat a raw fish. Yeah, they eat this in Holland. They're kind of crazy, but you know what? It's really good. Raw fish. Let me demonstrate with a picture here. Okay, so look at this. What happens is you go to a place on the street, a place like this, and it's got Dutch flags because only the Dutch eat this stuff. Okay, and it comes on a little plate like this, a fish. They put a little flag in it. They put onions, spices on it, and you eat it like that directly. It is not cooked. It has all the bones still in it. It is raw herring, fresh from the ocean. Only an hour ago, this was swimming in the ocean, and it's super, super fresh. It's absolutely delicious. Salty, oniony, raw herring. Okay, so what happens is every time I go to Holland, people always ask me the same question. They ask me, when I go to Holland, people ask me, have you eaten herring? Have you eaten herring? Now, I find that a bit strange because why don't they ask me the other question, right? Which is, what's the difference? Have you eaten herring? Or did you eat herring? Huh? Well, the past, right? Did you eat herring? In the past. Or have you eaten herring? Now, I ask myself, what's the difference? Why are there two questions? What do these questions mean? Well, let me explain. When you say, have you eaten herring? Right? What I want to know is, ever in your whole life, okay, in all time, from the beginning of time until now, has there ever been a moment, one time, when you have eaten herring? So I want to know. I don't want to know when you ate herring. I don't want to know how you ate herring. I don't want to know who you ate herring with. I just want to know, yes or no. Right? I think in French you'd say, as-tu jamais mangé du hareng? Have you eaten herring? Yes or no? I just want to know yes or no. I don't want to know when. I don't want to know how it tasted. I don't know who you were with. I don't want to know where. I just want to know yes or no. And the answer is, well, yes, yes, I have. Oops, yes, I have. I have eaten herring. Yes, I have. Or if you haven't, you say no. Oops. By the way, that takes a comma, virgule. No, I haven't. Oh, you haven't? Well, you must try herring when you're in Holland. You haven't had herring yet? Oh, you must have it. Oh my goodness, you must. you should very much try some herring when you're in Holland. You have to. You must. You really should. You really should. Or, yes, I have. Okay, so if you say you haven't, they'll say, well, you should, you must, you have to. When you're in Holland, it's your only chance. You must try herring. You have to try herring. You really should try herring. But I have tried herring. Okay, well, the next question is, oh, you have you? Oh, you have. When did you try it? When did you try it? Or they could ask, did you like it? Or, where did you have it? All right, these are all the questions that they ask. Did. Now the question is with did. Well, what happened there? The question's with did now. How did that happen? What happened there? Did? What do you mean? When did you try it? Did you like it? Where did you have it? Because now they're talking about a moment when I had it. Okay. So there's a real event now. This happened. Okay, so now we can talk about it like it's a real thing. Oh, you did! You did try. When did you? Where did you? Oh, you did you? Oh, you did. Because now it's a real event. Here, we don't know if there's a real event or not. Maybe it happened. Maybe it didn't happen. I don't know yet. So it's, have you eaten? I don't know. I don't know. Maybe yes, maybe no. Right? We don't know. Have you? I don't know. When you say did, there's a real event. For example, they could have asked me, did you try herring? Okay. Now, this is I should capitalize herring because it is a national dish. You could say, did you try herring? This is not a good question. Did you try herring? What's wrong with this question? Did you try herring? You can't say, did you try herring? It's not a correct question. What do you need to make this a correct question? The way to make this sentence work is it's not complete. Did you try herring? If somebody says to me, did you try herring? I'll be like, did I try herring? Did I try herring? I'm waiting for the rest of the question. Did you try herring when you went to Holland? Oh, yeah. Well, when I went to Holland, yeah, I tried herring. Yeah, I tried herring. Okay. So I need a time. There must be a time. Right? When? When did you try herring? Oh, did you like it when you had herring? Did you like it? That time you had herring, did you like it? Where did you have it when you had it in Holland? Where? Right? So there's a real event. Right? So the conversation goes like this. Have you eaten herring? Yes, I have. Oh. When did you have it? Oh, I had it when I went to Amsterdam. Right? I have a time now. There's a specific time when I had it. And I must talk about that time. If I'm going to use the simple past, had. Yeah, I ate it in Amsterdam. I ate it when I went there. I ate it on my last holiday. I ate it when I was visiting my family. When did you eat it? When did you have it? Have you eaten is just a yes or no. Yeah, I don't want to know when, I don't want to know how. So now that I've introduced a real event, it really happened, now I can say, okay, now I can use the past. I went to Holland. I ate herring when I went to Holland. Okay, so now I can use the past. Now it's okay. We can do all kinds of questions like this. Have you ever, right? Have you ever? This is a great question. When you ask the question, have you ever? I'm a terrible typer. How did I get so bad at typing? Have you ever? But then we have to use the third case. So let's say somebody asks me, well, have you ever eaten raw fish? Oh. Have you ever eaten raw fish? Yes. I have. I ate sushi last week. I must say last week. I gotta say when. I have to talk about a real time. I can't just say, yes, I have. I ate sushi. You ate sushi. You ate sushi. What's the rest of the sentence? I'm waiting for the rest of the sentence. You ate sushi. Are you going to finish your sentence? I didn't get the rest of the sentence. Oh, you ate sushi at Thai Express. Oh, you ate sushi when you were in Japan. Oh, you ate sushi last week. I need that. You can't just say I ate sushi. You ate sushi what? When? How? With how many people? For your birthday, what did you do? It's an incomplete sentence. Let's try another one. Have you ever... We used to play a game when I was at university called Have You Ever, where it's a drinking game where you have to ask everybody in the room, have you ever done something that you've done that other people haven't done, and if they haven't done it, they have to drink. So, or if they have done it, they don't have to drink. And but if you have, then people will ask you, "Oh, you have you? Have you ever, for example, have you ever gone skydiving?" I haven't. There is no event to report. I have never gone skydiving. Oh, well, how about this one? Have you ever, let's see, have you ever broken a bone? Ooh, have you ever broken a bone? Yes, I have. I broke my finger playing football. Now, I'm talking about a real event here, right? It's enough. You don't have to say a lot, but you have to refer to a real time. There was one time I broke my finger playing football. Okay. When did you try it? What did you like? Where did you? Now the questions come, right? Have you ever? When did you? Now we can start asking questions. So I want to do a little exercise where what we do is we say, have you ever? And then you introduce the action, the verb. Have you ever drank? Have you ever been? Have you ever visited? Have you ever climbed? Have you ever jumped? Have you ever met? Right? Have you ever seen? Have you ever watched? In your life, have you ever done it? Yes or no? And then, if they say, oh, yes, I have. I have seen that movie. Oh, you have. Did you like it? Right? No, I didn't. Yes, I did. Because now it's a real thing. Okay, so we don't say, did you see this movie? Did I see it when? No, it's have you ever seen it? Have you ever eaten? Have you ever gone? Ever. Dans toute ta vie, your whole life, have you ever?